Hey Zero, hanging in there? Need a little work? Those dust clouds are something else. No, I'm fine. Alright, but don't overdo it. Did you try out your Z Knuckle, or your Zero Knuckle yet? You probably know it already, but it's a weapon on board a chip implanted into your hand. It gives you a big strength boost that comes in handy when attacking enemies or stealing their weapons. It doesn't work for every enemy, but for the ones it does, just finish them off with the Z Knuckle. Or I keep saying Z Knuckle. Zero Knuckle to grab their weapon. By the way, what's your next move? Seal is looking into Area Zero. I think the humans need our help. Looks like you've got your work cut out for you. If there's anything I can do to help, don't be afraid to ask. Oh! I almost forgot. Something important. Enemies sometimes drop parts. You might be able to use some of them to make new chips. If you want to try making one, just let me know. So that's one of the main new features in this game. I don't know if we actually have any chips. I believe we actually have to speak to him to see if we do have any. Need something? We got item recipes, which we do not have, but we do have a bunch of chips here. When we defeat enemies or just going through the level, we get these chips here, which we can actually use in one of these, in this game's new mechanic, which allows us to combine chips in order to make parts for Zero. In terms of by parts, I mean, for example, parts for your body here, which is pretty cool. We don't really have anything we can use right now. The only issue is that we actually have to go ahead and find recipes. We can mess around or go online and, you know, find recipes to see what to combine, because otherwise we'll just get a bunch of nonsense. But basically, you just go around and you get a bunch of parts from the enemies you defeat and combine them to make new parts. So the old stuff that we used to be able to get from defeating robot masters, or whatever they're called in this game, like they're not technically robot masters, but Wild's numbers or whatever they are, like the attack chips, or the not so much the attack chips, the double jump chips for your feet, or the quick charge chip or stuff like that, you would get that from parts here, which is pretty cool. The other thing that is a big sort of difference in this game, I believe it's, well, we can go here, I guess. This has also changed. Hey Zero, I asked Seal to let me look after the new elf. I'm a little worried if I can do a good job or not. So there's a new cyber elf that's being developed. This cyber elf replaces all the other cyber elves that we used to use in the previous game. So rather than using, you know, several different cyber elves and feeding them up, we have the one cyber elf that just has all the different skills. And also, from what I've learned, you don't get penalized for using this cyber elf, which is nice. And then finally, the new system in this game. Hey there, Zero. Have you heard about the weather changer? Let me just briefly explain it. It's an orbiting satellite capable of altering the very weather. It's still a work in progress, but it should be online soon. There's some areas that can be used in. Depending on the area, a change of weather might make it easier or harder to progress through. So our rank in this game actually doesn't matter. So I don't have to actually replay the level perfectly in order to get a good rank. And then in order to actually go ahead and capture the EX skill of the boss that I'm fighting. Instead, what I have to do is I have to go ahead and just fight the boss while the weather is bad. So it's a little bit weird of a system. I'm excited to actually go ahead and try it out. I didn't know about this the first time I played the game, so I'll go ahead and check it out this time around. But basically you have to make the weather difficult, and if you beat the boss under difficult weather, the boss will, you know, the boss fight itself would be harder, as will the level, but you'll also be rewarded with the EX skill of that enemy. And on top of that, the final and I guess fourth major change is that there's no elemental chips. They're actually tied to EX skills. So you gotta get the EX skills in order to get the elemental chips, which give you an extra boost whenever you fight, you know, the bosses. So it's definitely a bit of a different game. I'm definitely gonna have to get used to it, but I'm actually pretty excited to mess around with the part system as well as the weather system. You know, I did episode 1 and I was kind of like, oh, okay, whatever. But now that I learned, you know, I did a little bit of research and I saw information about these two new systems, I'm actually pretty excited to play this. So anyways, let's go ahead and go right into this. Did you find out anything about Area Zero? Yes, it's not far from here. Nige and the others should arrive there soon. Area Zero is the site in the Maverick Wars where the space colony Eurasia crashed. Many lives were lost there. Area Zero is a painful reminder of war long lost. Humans are living there now?
Data about Area Zero has been sent from the Resistance base. Since the crash of the space colony, the section has been sealed off, but apparently the land has been renewed in that time. And nature is becoming more and more abundant. Nature is coming back to Area Zero? It's said to be due to the environmental system still left active after the crash. It's not much, but it still means hope for humanity. Have you managed to find the human settlement? There is not enough data to pinpoint an exact location. We need to conduct a closer investigation of Area Zero. Zero, can you head there and check it out? We'll be following you in the trailer. Going to Area Zero?
Sure. Understood. Operator, transport me.
Alright, coordinates. How could this be?
How could what be?
I'm detecting multiple relaport signals. I think they're near Arcadian. No, they're Wiles Reploids. What are they doing in Area Zero?
Operator, get me over there. Hurry!
Right. Ready for transfer. Zero, be careful.
So this is Area Zero? Seal, are you seeing this on the monitor?
Yes, I'm seeing it now. That's amazing. I didn't know such a natural place still existed.
Seal, what's my mission?
Oh, sorry. The enemy is in the colony ruins. The entrance should be up ahead.
Understood. I'm in pursuit. What could Wild be up to? So, this is part of Area Zero. This is where Naig and the other humans from last episode are making their way to refuge here. It's a safe haven for humans since they've gotten kicked out of Near Arcadia, which is apparently our fault. Get to rip off this stupid ass thing and use it here. Not that it's a great weapon just because it takes so long at the end there. I wish there was a quick way to just dump shit, but gotta go into the menu, which is whatever. Don't know, don't really know how well a lot of these weapons here work, but I will, I guess, try my best to mess around with most of them. I believe this one's kind of lame, if I remember, because it only shoots up and down, so I don't really want to use that. I don't really know. One of the other things I need to look into is I don't know if cores you just get them from, or parts I should say. Cores sounds a little bit more, makes a little more sense to me, considering how it works, because you're getting it, it seems like, from destroying enemies, so it would be like the cores, but they're parts, which also makes sense now that I think about it out loud. So forget everything I just said. But what I was gonna say is I don't know if stealing, or rather using the Z-Knuckle, gives you more parts, or if it's only just best to just you just have to fight them and basically you get the parts that you need. If it's sort of like a grinding system, I still need to look into it a little bit more. Alright, I can just use the thing to climb up. Don't need to do anything crazy. Oh, there's a part here. So I think I'm just gonna end up getting a lot of the parts naturally without really having to do too much work. Since I said I'm going to end up facing a lot of the enemies over and over again, so I'll probably get up all their parts pretty easily. Got ourselves a nice little Z up here. God damn it. Stop getting hit so many times. There are carpet parts that are a bit exclusive, so I'm going to keep an eye out for that. I'm going to try my best to not, like, completely, you know, I want to try it again. Ooh, nice. Laser here, not bad. Try my best to just not constantly look at a guide and, you know, look at how the parts are going to work, but I don't want to miss anything. So I've definitely seen, definitely done a little bit of research just to know what parts exactly I might, for example, miss. Thank you, invisibility frames. Just to make sure I don't, like, miss anything in terms of, like, not being able to go back, because there is apparently two parts, or a few parts, that you can actually just straight up miss and never get ever again, because it's only available in a certain section that you can never visit again. So I've definitely kept an eye out for that. Whenever we get to that, I will definitely get those. But yeah, I'll try my best to not be too sort of scummy and just read everything online. Even though I've already played this game, and it's a Mega Man game, Mega Man Zero game, and that there's not really much to like be scummy about reading a walkthrough. It's not like there's puzzles or anything, but yeah. Try to go into this relatively blind and see what we can get out of it. This fight is actually extremely easy. This guy really doesn't do too much. Attacks are pretty basic. He just does these missiles, which honestly you can just kind of just go down. The only thing those missiles do really is make it harder for you to attack him, because you can't actually go up here to the top floor, which is the only way you can hit him, which is through the head. But other than that, he's pretty much a joke. He does these punches, which is kind of whatever. The most that does is give him a really big hitbox there for you to hit, or rather hitbox for you to hopefully not get hit by. But yeah, you can just go down to the lower floors to dodge these missiles, and that's basically all his attacks right there. Just those three things. Not really the biggest boss. Reminds me of the boss from... It's exactly the same boss from Mega Man Zero, Mega Man X2. I believe it's the first boss you face off, which is exactly the same. It's just a giant, robot in the background that does very similar attacks, I believe, is what I'm saying, because I don't really remember that game too well. I know I played it a while back with Lone Sword Hero, but I think I ended up removing those videos just because we didn't actually end up finishing it. We never got back together, unfortunately. I wanted to sometime in the future go back to it and actually play it correctly, give it my full attention, because we kind of tried to and didn't actually go through it completely. So we'll eventually pick that up again. I'm going to get another A rank, which is cool, but that's fine. And let's go ahead and go here, find out where all those Reliploid signals are coming from.
Why sweat the small stuff? I'm all for crushing Area Zero, but this is taking forever. I guess I don't have a choice but to follow Lord Wild's plan.
Looks like I missed a grunt.
Who dares call me a grunt? Who are you? Where do you come from? I'll teach you to come in here and insult me.
It's killing my voice. You're a noisy one.
Now I'm mad. Come on, I'll show you.
Don't steal all the fun, Kakapatri. Or Kokapatri. Oh geez, look at all those robots.
Yes, I want to be the one to light his fire. Quiet! He's going to be my dinner.
Brrr, you're the one that needs to be quiet, aren't you? Or you weren't back on time, so we had to come find you.
By the way, who's Reliploid standing over there?
That is Zero. His name is Zero. There was data on him in Lord Wild's master plan. Reno Magnus, try to speed it up next time. Zero. So, this Reliploid is our target. Then, we should take care of him here and now. Time's running out. Leave him. We're only here to investigate Area Zero. You don't have clearance to fight. Come on, Commander Kraft. You aren't saying we're just going to leave the enemy, are you? We need the power of Ragnarok to destroy this much nature. Once Ragnarok has begun, when Reliploid will be beneath our concern. There's no time to deal with it now. Destroy the nature in Area Zero? So what are you trying to do? My name is Kraft. I am a soldier of Neo Arcadia. No, Lord Wild. Lord Wild, requires all nature to be destroyed. Lately, there are a lot of imprudent humans thinking the world outside the arcade is better.
That's why we must make sure it isn't. Wait, that's why we must make sure it isn't by burning it. Then no one will have delusions of escaping Lord Wow.
Who would ever choose Lord Wow, anyways? Can't believe humans are so foolish. Come on, Commander Kraft. Is the leader of Inghar, the 8 warriors. The 8 of us will destroy this environment. Then, as part of Lord Wow's plan, we will destroy Area Zero as well. That is Ragnarok. You see, Zero, there's nothing you can do. You're no threat to Lord Wow. You'll come to understand. This world belongs to Lord Weil. One person can't change the world. Heroes are a thing of the past. Time to go. Ragnarok has begun. I always found it weird in these GBA games where they have to do all the animations one at a time. But limitations of the time.
Zero, are you okay?
Zio, is that you? Did you get all that?
Yes, I can't believe Dr. Wow would do that. We arrived in Area Zero too. We found the sediment. Return to the trailer.
Understood. Operator, bring me back.
Commencing transport. Transferring in 3, 2, 1. Welcome back. Welcome back, Zero. It seems the Relaploids aren't aware of the settlement's presence. I know Night warned us not to go to the settlement, but we need to tell them about Ragnarok. With Wow's army so close, we can't afford to risk alerting them of the settlement's presence by transferring you there. You'll have to go on foot. Just exit the trailer and keep going right. It shouldn't take you too long to reach it. Oh, and Zero. We just received data on all new Cyberelf from the Resistance base.
New Cyberelf?
They've been conducting research on Cyberelfs. We've got one of the new ones in the room next door with Owlette. Pick it up from her. She has the operating manual, so ask her for details about it.
I will. I will.
When you're ready, head out to the settlement. I'll catch up with you later in the trailer.
Stay fresh.